So and what we've done is we've sort of divided the gallery up into little sections, little what we call kind of a vignette, a little 3 shelves that we can put a display on that work as individual displays. Okay, so this is our first one, and this is my dad, David Walters. You can tell straight away it's his work. Wheel thrown porcelain. Let me give you some detailing here. So this is agate ware. Rika, do you want me to talk about the techniques?
Yes, please, as much information as you would like to share.
Okay, so for those of you who don't already know what agate ware is, what Dad does is he's absolutely committed to porcelain. That is his medium. And what he does is he will stain some of the porcelain with these amazing colors, like this. And he will, oh, there we go. Can you see the blues? And is it focusing nicely?
Yes,
there we go.
Beautiful.
So what he does is he will make a ball of clay, cut it in half like a burger, and insert thin, soft circles of color. So like if you imagine a burger, and then you would put in your burger, your lettuce and your meat and your tomato. So those are all the colors. And then you'll put it back on the wheel and you'll throw it. And as he throws it on the wheel, the color spins through the clay to bring these lines in. Does that make sense? And then on top of that, he then decorates with some color as well. So that's how he achieves this particular agate ware, like that. And then these pieces, I don't know, there we go. Also very fine porcelain, light as a feather porcelain. Interestingly enough, he's decorating, so these are new, but they've got a very strong reference to what he was making early on in his career with a kind of landscape decoration that he did in the UK, interestingly enough. I don't know if you can see there. Lots of, he's not afraid of color, Dad. We're such opposites. I'm terrified of using color, and Dad is a master with color, totally unafraid. So you can see there, and then down into his much more functional bowls here, like that. So that is our that's our representation of porcelain, the bowl in porcelain. And we'll come across to this little section. You guys can see it well lit there. So we're very excited on this bowl exhibition. We invited wood turners, because just for a change, because I think wood is the most amazing medium, and it would be very nice if us potters could work with other craftspeople, you know. So, hello? There we go. Oh, yes. Sorry, I could hear somebody talking. Did someone want a question?
I don't think so, Sarah. It might be just an echo.
Oh, okay. So this work here, this is wood. Let me just pick it up so you can have a proper look at it. This is a chap called Paul Christopher. And if I bring it into the light, it's the most exquisitely turned wooden. It feels like porcelain. If I can show you the grain there. It's absolutely exquisite. It's light as a feather. And what Paul's doing is he's turning the wood green. Let me just pop that back. So he turns it on the lathe, fine. So it feels almost like slip cast porcelain. And then when the wood is still green, okay, so it's still wet. Then he allows the wood to dry, and as it dries, it bends and twists into these shapes. So, and it just complements the ceramics so beautifully. So that's been really an exciting addition. It's brought life and energy into the exhibition. This is Yogi de Beer here. So reduction fired stoneware. And this is mine here. And both of these pieces so Yogi is my partner, and we've been experimenting. He's been teaching me about reduction firing. So we've done a couple of firings together. He's been teaching me how to fire the kiln, and it's been really exciting. And in the previous 2 firings, we've been experimenting with new glazes. So this glaze, I don't know if you can see, it looks like oatmeal. Don't know if you can see the surface there.
Yes.
This is a trick. Yeah, I'm very excited, but I'll show you another glaze, which I'm also, so all our eggs were in one basket. We fired this kiln the week before we opened with a whole set of new glazes that we hadn't tested properly before, and just by the absolute skin of our teeth managed to get some amazing glazes out. So that's very exciting. This is sort of the direction I want to move in for functional domestic wear. Yeah. Okay, so now we go across to this. Let me bring you out like this. This is our Sue van Rensburg display. And I'll bring you into this. Oh, okay, so her work is just as lovely as Sue is. She's the most special person. You can see here. Let me pick one of these pieces up for you. So Sue's hand building, earthenware. You can see there's a beautiful gold luster on the rim that just picks up and makes it so jewel-like. And then she's got this inlaid sgraffito into the surface of the white slip. So a sort of collection of botanical images, you know, fynbos and that kind of thing. And what we did is we paired it with my reduction-fired sang de boeuf.
Oh,
which
beautiful.
Yeah, they're so powerful, aren't they? This red is like committed. It's got some lovely drippy, unctuous, gloopy glazes there. And what we liked about this is that the red, the rich of the red and the gold work so nicely together to make this whole display against the grey very kind of jewel-like, sumptuous, generous. You know, I was surprised. It was my mom, if she's listening, Mom, put this together, this red and the gold, and I think it works beautifully. So we're very chuffed with that. And of course, Sue's work is just exceptional. Okay, and then we'll come across to this little display here. If I move back, you can see how it all kind of works together. I don't know if you can see. We've got the light box at the top, and then at one of Alan Lucker's beautiful tables, we're very, very lucky to have all the furniture you're looking at is from Alan Lucker's design studio. So we'll start over this side with Peter Nicole. Let me show you this beautiful drum, double turned wooden. Look at the surface on here. It's just gorgeous. So Peter, I'm sure you guys all know Peter Nicole, wife of Inika, who's also a potter. He's a master woodturner, founding member of the Woodturners Association. And Peter and I have worked together a lot in the past on collaborative pieces, all the wooden lids that I do, and recently lamp bases. So, and he's such a nice guy, and just, it's lovely to have his work in the studio. And then some more of Yogi's, really just, these are ideal for eating out of. I know they're kind of the ultimate functional bowl, you know. Tom yum soup is what we had out of some of these the other night. They're just fabulous. Then up here, Ralph Johnson, who you will all know. And I need to show you these in detail because they really are, you know, Ralph is all about surface. So let me just bring you, is that too much light? Can you see?
No, it's quite clear.
So you've got this beautiful gold, slight golden rim into this graffito marks and glazes and slips on the surface. They really are beautiful forms. And let me show you the inside of all of these. Each one is different. Look at that. Each one's got its own, and they're so finely made, kind of such quality little feet and such attention to detail. You know, everything is thought about, everything's considered. There we go, like that. And those lovely pinks come and work so beautifully with the wood down here. So this is another one of Paul Christopher's two pieces here. This is a particularly gnarly one. I don't know if you can see the split in the wood. And then what he's done is this beautiful detail here, where he's knitted with copper wire the wood together. and little staples and things like that. And we thought that that piece just worked really well with the echo with my piece there, the same sort of volume and shape. So these two pieces have a very nice conversation with one another. And finally, this is my little beastie bowl up here. I don't know if you can see the bird on there. I don't know where these came from, but I've really enjoying this because it's a kind of a marriage with my sculptural background. You know, I studied fine art sculpture. So this is a nice kind of combination of sculpture and function. Yeah, we'll see what the response is like with those ones. Okay, and then across here, let me show you this big display all at once. And then we'll zoom in a bit like this. This is Clementina van der Walt. You all must know Clementina. I'll just zip across like this. She describes herself as an urban potter. And the color against this black just is so joyful and positive. And let me just pick this up here. Like that. So these are hand-built earthenware as well, just like Sue's work, with slips. Okay, and then down into one of Peter Nicole's wood pieces. Across into Ralph. This is one of my favorite of Ralph's. I hope you can see the detail in there. It's the green and the gold together. It's so rich and very good like that. And then of course this epic piece of Ralph's. I don't know if you can get the full scale of it like that. But this is just extraordinary. Look at the profile of it, how it sits on its little foot. And the surface, the textures, the lines, the bubbles, catching the light there, but I hope you can see the detail in there.
Oh, it's exquisite.
Oh, I mean, and look at this color, Rika. I mean, it's just, yeah.
Yum.
Hey, what a master. I mean, Ralph just knows glazes. I mean, he's just exceptional. So there's another one of those with the little circles inside.
Sarah, can I ask, is it stoneware that
Yes.
Ralph works in?
I'm not, this seems to be, if I turn it upside down, it looks like it's got grog in it. I know that Ralph has been working a lot with porcelain, but my sense is you ask him actually, because this looks to me like it's got grog in it.
Okay.
So I would imagine it's stoneware. It's high-fired, and Rika, as far as I know, he multiple fires as well. But I can't tell you which of these pieces have been and how many times they've been fired. I think this piece has been fired more than twice, I imagine.
It's exquisite.
I know. It's just mind-blowing. He must have done a little dance when that one came out, complete like that. Stunning.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's, and then here across here on our black table is Henny and me. So of course you'll recognize Henny's amazing. Again, it's the attention to detail. Look at the finish.
Awesome.
They're so joyful, you know, they've just got this wonderful exuberance. So we'll go around all the little patterns. And they're so reasonable. I mean, anyway, gorgeous. So we're very lucky to have those like that. And just by pure coincidence, it worked with the blue from my bowl. If you can see the two blues together.
Oh, that glaze is exquisite.
Yeah.
Also reduction.
This glaze, okay, interestingly enough, this glaze, Rika, is the same as my bright blue over there in that corner.
Yes.
But it's underneath Lucy Ree matte white.
Oh, amazing.
Kind of fluxy, it runs a bit and does this pooling effect. Yeah.
And
it's
was it reduction fired, Sarah, or was this electric kiln?
No, this is an electric kiln. Yeah. All the electric kiln pieces I've been working with a kind of, I've started with a base of a Lucy reglaze, and then I've been layering that with my original glazes. So all the electric fired work I do is lots of layers of glazes that interact with each other. Yeah.
Wonderful. Beautiful. Well done.
Okay, so here we are in the green room with this amazing orchid. I've got to just show you guys this orchid. Look at this orchid. I know it's not a pot, but it's still exceptional.
It is beautiful.
Okay, so I grew that. Let's start on this side. So this is my reduction fired work on the top and the bottom shelf. And then into here, we've got Catherine Brennan, which you will recognize instantly, I'm sure.
Yes, those glazes.
Oh, I know. Earthenware again. Let me just pick this one up so you can see the glaze underneath here. Look at this.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Love it.
Beautiful. Food friendly. Ah, they're gorgeous. You can imagine dips and nuts and I don't know, they're just gorgeous. And they have such energy, you know. You can see that she loves clay and she loves making. They're just full of positivity, just like she is. You know, work often reflects the maker. So
Absolutely.
You can see, yeah. I'll give you a little detail in here. These ones have got, I don't know if you can see, very fine sgraffito marks under the glaze on there.
Yes, little leaves.
Yeah. So I've gone for very pared down. I wanted just to be very quiet. These ones have got a sort of slightly wobbly rim. So when I'm on the wheel, I will I'll do the initial first pull, and then I'll wobble the rim, and then I'll continue to throw. And that's what gives this sort of undulating rim on the surface like that.
Beautiful. Is that porcelain?
This is porcelain, Rika, and this is my exciting new celadon. If I go over here, I will show you why I think it's so exciting. If I show you here, can you see how it's poo? I can't tell you how long I've been trying to get a glaze that does this.
Beautiful. Exquisite.
Oh, it's lovely. Because it's, you know, it's picking up very, very, very fine detail. That's just a single line that it's not covering it, it's accenting it. That's quite, so this is true celadon in reduction on porcelain. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so this, yeah.
It's not
this
cracking.
is the, say again, Rika?
It's not a cracking celadon. It's beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's not a crackling. It fits this. It was a complete accident. It's the first. It's called a satin matte celadon, and it's the first time I've put it. These are the very first bowls I've ever done with this graffito, and it's definitely something for the future. Yeah, and up into now. Interestingly enough, this is the same celadon we've just been looking at, but it's on a browner earthenware body. So you can see it's got much darker, grayer feeling. Yeah, and then across to Nico Liebenberg, of course. And I don't know if you can, this has got the crackle, Rika.
Yes, I see.
Yeah. And reduction fired, ash on the outside. Spectacular surface there. And also functional. This is what I love about Nico. I've got lots of Nico's bowls, and I use them all the time, and they don't break. They just live on and on and on and on. They're just the most wonderful. I think someone should be making bread out of these bowls. You know, it's that kind of beautiful French. They're wonderful. More of Catherine Brennan over here. Let me go. Tell me if I'm going too quickly for you guys to get a sense of the work.
No, it's perfect. Thank you. Maybe you can show us the bottoms again. I love that Kathy glazes all over. It's, you know, there's no clear bottoms. They glazed.
Yeah. Oh gosh, they're gorgeous. There we go. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay, so then up onto these two shelves, we've sort of gone for a very kind of minimalist, clean feeling for this exhibition. So this is just rose, and this is my work again with a different celadon on this one. And then interestingly enough, this is a new glaze, which is an Edmund de Waal glaze. So you guys know who Edmund de Waal is?
Yes.
So instead of using iron, which he would use to achieve the celadon, we used, what's it called? Ochre, yellow ochre.
Oh my word.
I know, it's interesting, hey? And it's supposed to give it does give a much softer celadon, but on this very iron-rich body, which is a CPS brown stoneware, it did this kind of jade green.
Beautiful.
It is. And then of course I've faceted. I don't know if you can see the facets on the outside of it. Yeah.
Yes. Too beautiful.
This glaze is not very interesting on porcelain. It's very dull, but on this iron-rich body, it's come to life. So that's quite exciting. You just got to remember what to put on what. Okay. Believe me, I get it wrong. Now, this is our favorite display. I'm just going to walk backwards so you can see the back wall of the green room. This just came together. It was very exciting. It's interesting. So I'll start on the top shelf with Nico. These are my favorite pieces of Nico's on the show.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
I know. Look at that.
Oh.
I see ice cream in them, but he sees whiskey. So that tells you everything.
I see.
And then obviously induction fired, sang de boeuf as well, but he layers it over Tomoku. So that's an exquisite piece. Into my pieces here, which have got decoration underneath, like this. And into Paul Christopher again. Oh, this is amazing. So if you can see, he split the wood down into the center of the whirl in the wood. You know how wood has a sort of central. So if I turn this piece around.
Oh my word.
I know. Look at this. And it's on the same, split on the other side. And honestly, Rika, if you pick this piece up, you can hardly feel it in your hand.
Paper thin.
Really, it's like bone china almost, you know, it is really exquisite. Yeah. Let's go to the bottom row here. Beasties. Again, Nico with his ash. And then obviously what I love about Nico is that the clay remains soft. You get the sense that, you know, the looseness of his throwing. He's not tight. He's soft, and the energy of the clay stays, you know, of the throwing. Yeah, which I love. It's kind of got this spontaneous feel to it. Then again, Paul Christopher. And this piece is amazing. It's like it glows from the inside, like it's gilded with gold. You know, it picks the light up. What he's done on the outside here is called, I have to say it properly, shugiban, which is the technique of burning the outside of the wood, blackening the outside of the wood.
Oh
yeah, you know,
yeah.
Cool. It's quite fashionable now to do it on the outside of houses because the burning of the wood protects the wood. It kind of seals. So that's, and if I don't know if you can see on this piece, it picks up the grain.
Yes, it's beautiful.
So stunning, yeah. Cross into Nico. Obviously his sang de boeuf, copper red.
Beautiful.
Christopher again. And can you see here where he's done the knitting, the little cross hatching of copper wire? Like
yes,
that.
It's too beautiful.
Yeah, we're very lucky. You know, ceramics and wood just works exceptionally well together, and particularly on these tables. So here's his masterpiece, this large turned piece here. Look at this pin oak, ebonized pin oak. You can see on the edge here where the bark still
remained. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And then
What is the size of that bowl about, Sarah? 30?
Oh, here's my hand. So it's big.
Yes.
If I put my hand there next to it, You can sort of get a sense, yeah. And into Peter Nicole's pieces here, also he really celebrates the kind of woodness of wood, if that makes sense. So a lot of his pieces he leaves the bark on. He loves the imperfections of the wood and that kind of thing. So here, this wood is purple pod cluster leaf and wild olive. Across into a few bowls of mine and my beasties again.
Yes, you can give us some more info on your beasties. You missed the other one on the top shelf.
Charging hippo with teeth. And these are my little ram heads. Well, I can give you technical details. This is the CPS black clay, okay, which is not supposed to go to a very high temperature, but which I do take to cone 8 down, which is a risky business because it could all sort of end up in a big puddle. So, but the glaze on here is my Lucy Ree matte white, but because it's on the black clay, it does this beautiful, it gives it a sort of a depth and it breaks, you know, so it's, yeah, to bring out the detail, you know, yeah.
Beautiful.
Was an accident, but it worked.
Lovely accident.
Yeah, happy accident.
Yes.
Here we are. This is my favorite Paul Christopher. Look here. Apart from the white one there. See, there's just this gentle undulating, the way it's moved through there. So this is my work again, but this glaze, can you see it's got a crackle on it?
Yes.
That is this glaze over here.
On a different clay.
On a lighter body. Yeah. Yeah. So if I try and show you them against each other, yeah, quite a difference.
Yes, but both look beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's that little set, and then up into here with yolks again, up at the top. These little, these are such a pleasure to live with, I've got to tell you. They are magic. They're also kind of indestructible. A little faceted bowl of mine, it's got little lines down the side. I'm trying to get more simple with my work and decorate less and concentrate more on the form, if you see what I mean, and the functionality of the work. So these are mine again, and this is a chun.
Oh my word.
I know.
And it's the iron in the body that gives you that finish.
And it's got ash in it, Rika. So yeah, it's got a very iron-rich body. But also, I think my best guess is that these are ash. This is the ash in doing its work in here.
Exquisite. It's beautiful.
It's very thick. It's a very thick. It doesn't move much. It's like quite a heavy, you know, thick glaze. And I put it on thick. Chun needs to be thick. So yeah, I'm excited by. I would like to take this glaze just maybe half a cone hotter and see what it does. I think, you know, to get the best benefits of a chun, it needs to be a little hotter than we're currently firing to cone 9 down.
Okay.
So, and then finally Pete, again with his just there all the sort of raw wood, and then coming down into this very, very fine surface underneath here like this.
It's just beautiful how the bark is still on there.
It is, hey, it is. It talks about the material that he's using, you know, and it's celebrating imperfection in a way, you know, which I think we should all do. Yeah. So yeah, there we go. Just a little gallery.
It's beautiful. There are so many gems in there, Sarah. It's exquisite.
Thank you. Yeah, it really came together well. I'm excited by this exhibition. It feels, you know, when something comes together quite easily, then you know that it's, you know, right. When it all just falls into place. We finished setting it up much sooner than we thought we would, because everything just came together and the work just interacted naturally with each other. Because I thought we have such a big variety of work. We've got earthen, we've got porcelain, we've got decorated, we've got plain, we've got wood. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is going to be impossible to get to gel, especially as it's all bowls, which is quite a flat thing to have to display. And we've got shelves, you know.
Yes, yes.
So it was with huge trepidation that Mum and I sort of set off. And then just suddenly in 2 days, it was up. Yeah.
Well, I think it's beautiful because you can, the bowls on the shelves, you know, the shapes are doing the talking, and then the beautiful glazes, and with the wood combination, I think it's exquisite.
Thank you, Rika. Thank you. Yeah.
Get into the camera and go into your little gallery and go touch the pieces and hold them in my hand.
This is the thing. This is the thing. It's a very tactile exhibition.
Yes.
You know, and also bowls, that's the sort of nature of a bowl, is that you want to cradle it. It's got that, you know, thing about it where you want to hold it in your hands and eat from it and things like that. Absolutely. You know, that the sort of purpose of our gallery, if I could say it, is that we want to celebrate ceramic pottery. You know, we want a place where pots are the main event, that they are what we're celebrating. We're saying these are important. These are what you use every day, and they are, you know, special.
Absolutely.
It can be a bit depressing when you put work in another gallery and it's sort of all about the paintings, and the bowls are kind of the decor that surround it, that are kind of the sort of little cellars on the side that, you know, there's nowhere that's main focus is ceramics, that says this is what's important. And in fact, not just ceramics, but craft, because craft has got this kind of, you know, oh, well, it's craft, you know, whereas actually craft is just, especially the quality of craftsmanship we have in this country, is just exceptional. We don't celebrate it enough, you know, we don't put it at the front and say, but craft is just as important, and the years it takes to acquire the skill, you know, and not only are you acquiring a level of skill, but you're making it functional, you're making it so people can use, you know, it takes time. Yeah.
Absolutely. Sarah, sorry, there's a request here. If you can go back to the agate ware, maybe just go back to that. And then also a question, what do you do if you want to purchase some of the items? So I think possibly people should contact you directly if there's a piece that caught the eye.
Yes, they can WhatsApp me and I can arrange shipping and all sorts of things. Yeah.
Wonderful. There's a few favorites I can think of. Okay, so there, Sharon, there's the agate ware. If you want to tell her about it. Yeah, if I remember, Sarah, you said your father does it like a hamburger, where he puts it on the wheel, slices through, and put little small patties of plain pieces.
Yeah, so you take your ball, the weight ball that you want to throw with of porcelain, pure white porcelain, and you make it into a perfectly circular ball, and then you cut that in half, so you now got two halves, okay? And then into that you layer your stained porcelain. So whatever color you want to put in, you put your stain in, and you make a flat, like oval disc of that color, and you lay that onto the inside of your ball. Okay, so now it's a thin layer, and obviously the thicker the layer, the thicker the band of color you'll get. But so you can control that, and you can put several colors in there. But it's so you're building a burger, so you've got your white base of your porcelain, you put your burger patty, you put your lettuce, you put your tomato, and then you close that all together. And then the important thing is to put it on the wheel facing with your line of clay facing you upwards, and then you throw like you would throw any other way, you know, you throw, and the motion of the wheel circles the color through the clay. I'm sure Dad's sitting there saying, no, Sarah.
Well, Dad, I don't know if you would like to contribute.
Dad, you want to come in here, Dad? He hasn't got a microphone. But you know, he would be happy to talk to anyone who would want to know more about agate ware.
I think, Dad, can you hear? Okay, doesn't seem like there's sound for him. Yes.
No, there's no sound. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a mic on his computer.
Another question, Sarah, is there a catalogue?
No catalogue. You see, the thing is, it's a selling exhibition, Rika. When we open tomorrow, people will take the work with them. We've got not much backup. So what's here is here, and if we sell, we sell, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay. So what I will do is, as soon as we're done with this, I will upload the video. So if anybody's interested, they must go back into the video, and then maybe, you know, get in contact with you if they would like to purchase some of the pieces beforehand.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm also happy to do like a WhatsApp call if someone wants to have a look around. That's also cool.
No. Oh, Sarah, I think it's a beautiful exhibition. I don't know if there's anybody else who would like to ask questions from Sarah. It doesn't seem like any further. Oh, there we go. Yvonne, any questions from you? You muted. Sorry, Yvonne. You're still muted, yes?
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Sarah, I was just wondering if you're going to put it on your Instagram.
Yeah, yes. So that's my mission this afternoon, Yvonne, is to do one of the little walkabouts.
Yes.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. I've left it till last because I find it so difficult to do, but it'll be more or less exactly what I've just done with you guys. You know, I will just walk around and zoom in on. I need to do it today because from tomorrow onwards, if we sell, then there will be gaps, if you see what I mean. Yes. So yeah, I'll hopefully get to that this afternoon. Yeah, Instagram has been the most powerful tool for me. You know, if you've got a gallery, it's quite difficult to know how to market yourself. The magazines don't really exist anymore. You don't put yourself in the paper like you used to. People don't do brochures anymore. You can't get yourself an email invitation list because people don't like to give out their emails anymore. So it's actually quite difficult to. So Instagram is this amazing platform, you know. So definitely I'll be doing that. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Thanks.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sarah. Any questions from anyone? Let me see, Sharon.
Are you there?
I'm sorry, I'm just reading a message here. Gillian Bickel is back in Joburg. She would like to say hello to anyone who remembers her. I'll send her number if you private message me. Okay, that is from that's from Sharon Mitri. Okay, thank you, Sharon. I would love that because I would love to have a chat with Gillian. Cheryl just saying, no, thank you. Just thank you very much for this walkabout. The gallery is lovely and all the work is incredible.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah, for your time.
Thanks for your time.
And yes, as I say, I will upload the video afterwards on YouTube and I'll post a link on the group as well.
Okay, I will not be watching it.
You don't have to watch it. It's for us who would like to do something. We'll watch it and take a snapshot and send it to you.
There we go. Thank you, Rika.
Great. Thank you for everybody else who joined. I hope to see you soon on a new ClayChat. Thank you, Sarah. Have a lovely day.
Bye, guys.
Thank you,
Bye.
Sarah.